Hey everyone. Um, Figured I would provide an update on a machine that, while it wasn't one of the originals I acquired back during the pandemic and eventually was broken and eventually got fixed, but I never quite updated the situation fully. So we are gonna do that 5 years later. Yes, this is my Bissell liftoff bagless resurrected from the dead. Um, uh, which this thing has this thing has been up and running again for in July it will have been 4 years, and yeah, just I guess I just never got around to doing a video on it. So basically what had happened was I got, I guess, the first liftoff bagless. Well, I guess I just started back in 2018. I got the liftoff Revolution Turbo from the local vacuum store. Had that machine for for some years, and then the motor in it died. The bearings went to crap, and last I heard the commutator was split in half. So yeah, long story. Um, then I got this thing from another collector a couple of months later. Unboxed it, loved it, instantly my favorite Bissell, which I had been wanting this machine since I was 7 anyways. It had been my, dream vacuum since I was 7, and I still, really like having it, really enjoy using it. It's still my favorite Bissell, right next to the original Cleanview Power Tracks. So, yeah. So then I eventually got the Revolution Turbo up and running again. Then had the idea to try to swap plugs, and I'll get to why in a minute. And when I say swap plugs, I mean swap the plug connecting the power head to the machine. That idea went south fast, and if you've been here for a while, you may remember I basically just had to put this thing's parts on the Revolution for a while. And then I eventually found another parts liftoff bagless that had a good power head plug and still power head in general. The whole assembly was still intact, still in good shape, but the rest of the machine was kind of trashed. So I picked that up and basically just use the combo of the two liftoff baglesses to build this liftoff bagless. So yeah, the liftoff bagless is up and running again, has been up and running again for some years. Shoot this thing. Hold on. So I haven't this brush roll, this is from that parts liftoff bagless, but it's still just about worn a little nub, so it could still stand to be replaced. And I would replace it if you could actually get these red replacement brush rolls. So yeah, that's why it's staying. So you got your sticker here, powerful upright converts to portable canister, 7 height adjustments. You got your headlight in there. This is the bayonet bulb. You've got your pre-motor filter down here, relatively clean. It's your dust cup right here. Simplify your life, easy empty dirt container, no more bags ever. Then on the back, you got this sticker telling you to clean all filters frequently, check and clean all filters frequently, because even Bissell knows this machine has really bad filtration. So they basically give you instructions on, accessing and cleaning out the filters. And they tell you the HEPA filter is not washable because paper, yeah. So that goes back in. Well, first I guess I should go ahead and show how to access the upper tank filter. So basically you twist this knob on the back, pull the tank out, twist this counterclockwise, and pull up, and there's your filter right there. Hold on, I kind of want to pull that string of hair off the louvers and I can't reach it. Okay. So that sits back in like that. Upper tank locks back in. Got your brush roll on and off right here. Main power. Press, grab, and go where you can release the canister. Yeah. And the reason that we got the idea of swapping plugs is because this unit was actually recalled because it only had 2 prongs, and these 2 prongs would constantly overheat and catch on fire. In some cases, this whole thing would melt to the machine and you couldn't actually detach the canister anymore. That was an issue that was fixed on the Revolution and multi-cyclonic models as a 3rd pin was added, which prevented any sort of electrical failures from happening, which they still happen, but they were very, very, very rare, very few and far between. So that sits back on like that. Got your hose back here. Again, in liftoff fashion. Kind of short, but the liftoff feature makes up for it. I don't know, it's not short, but it's definitely not as long as its non-liftoff counterparts for sure. Got your telescopic wand right here. Twist this way to unlock and pull out. Yeah, pretty nice. Crevice tool. Combination dusting brush and upholstery tool. Let me get my Christmas bells and set them back on. My auntie got these bells for me when I was 4, and back in quarantine I just put them on this thing for Christmas and never took them off. So they're just a part of the vacuum now. You got your HEPA filter over here. I replaced this a couple of years ago, so it's not too bad. And I barely use this anyway because it's recalled and dangerous. That's why. Data sticker, made in Korea, model 3750-T, manufactured on the 56th day of 2005, 120 volts, 60 hertz, 12 amps. This also, I should point out, also has a new old stock motor in it, but it technically can't be classified as new anymore because I bought the motor 6 years ago. And it's been in a liftoff Bagless for 6 years. So, yeah. Anyways, we'll give it a really quick sweep over the rug. So here we go. So, well, first I guess I should show you kind of an interesting quirk this machine has. So the headlight won't turn on if you stand it up or have the power head turned off, but the headlight will only turn on once you have it reclined back and the power head is on. So I'll go ahead and show you. So that's instruction. Headlight's not on. Headlight's still on. There we go. So, did pretty good. Of course, I just did a bunch of versus tests, so I mean, it's not going to pick up very much, but still did a pretty good job. This thing is definitely the best cleaning Bissell I've used. It's definitely the one that has the most suction. It's just, if it wasn't for this issue right here, I would label this the best Bissell I've ever used. Honestly, I would. Anyways, yeah, that was a little Bissell Liftoff Bagless update. I also forgot to show the sticker, detach, I convert to a portable canister. I always thought that was the, you know, cutest thing. And I guess I'll go over which parts came from which liftoff. Okay, so this handle, this like front panel cover, the tanks, I think both the switches, all the filters other than the HEPA filter, the power head cover, just the power head cover, the power head motor, the bulb socket, the attachments, all came from the original liftoff Bagless I had, but everything else, like the actual body assemblies, the actual power head assembly itself, the brush roll, that's all from that parts liftoff. So anyways, yeah, update on the Bissell Liftoff Bagless. Hope you enjoyed.